Hi guys, we're back. It's me. I'm back with Monday Mamas. It's been a few months. I hope you all had a freaking awesome summer. I had a great summer. I feel like I'm still having a summer hangover. It was that good. And September has been gorgeous and amazing in Alberta. We've had a beautiful September with wonderful weather, and there's been no of the S word. I'm not going to say it, but there's been none of it yet. And yeah, it's been great. So I hope you guys are having a good fall. Kids are back in school. Life is starting to feel a little bit normal-ish, and we're finding our groove. So I thought, since we're finding it, let's get back to Monday Mamas. Today I'm coming to you from the side of the road because, guys, sometimes that's what life is we're hanging out on the side of the road. So that's what we're doing today. And I want you guys to lean in today and really hear what I have to say, because I think this is important and I think we need to talk about this. It has been on my heart for a while now, and it's just been burning all summer. So here is my question. Here is my ask is, when was the last time you were uncomfortable? I'm not talking about the uncomfortable of like when the clothes don't fit and you get them done up and they feel uncomfortable. I'm talking about, when was the last time you had sweaty palms and a racing heart and you were walking into a situation that you did not feel you were cut out for, or that you wanted to be in, or that you were wanted in? When was the last time you walked into that room? Because I think what I'm experiencing a lot of is we're being told a lot to say no to things, which I 100% agree. Like, we can easily overrun ourselves. We can easily commit to too many things and not say no to the right things. But I also believe, guys, there's a huge space where we need to say yes. We need to say yes to the discomfort. We need to say yes to the invitations from friends when we'd rather stay home and stay in our jammies and lay on the couch. Because I don't know, I turned 38 this summer, and I don't know that I've ever thought about a birthday. Like, birthdays are just birthdays. It's just a day. I'm not a big birthday person. But for some reason this year, it's like I turned 38 and I just have been like very aware that in 2 years I'll be 40. And they're only numbers, but it's just got my brain going more in like, what am I doing with my life and how am I really spending my time? And I was talking to someone recently about mindful eating, and that's just, the idea of like, we think before we eat. We don't just shove it in our face. Think before you eat. And then with that notion, I've really kind of flipped that onto the other side of mindful time management. And I think it's really easy, as moms especially, to book our kids, to get our kids in. We have all these things happening for our kids. We might even be getting better in our lives at like booking ourselves in for time for ourselves, and we're making sure that we're taking care of ourselves in some way. But when was the last time your schedule got uncomfortable? When was the last time you stopped and did something that made you scared? And I think I know I am guilty of saying no too many times. I'm guilty of not going to the friend's house when they've invited me over, because I'm comfortable at home and I don't want to go out. And yet, here's why it's important. Because for me, the flip side of the coin is I want friendships. I want people in my life who I can count on. I want a tribe for my kids to be part of. And if those are the things that I want, and those are the values that I want, of having a tribe for my kids, of having people for them to call on, then I have to say yes to the things that will build that. So I want you to ask yourself, what are you trying to build? What is it that you want your life to look like? I love September and I love January, because it's like this permission from the world to rebuild. It's permission to tear down what wasn't working and rebuild something that will work. So I want you guys to be mindful of this as we're going into the winter, as we're going into this like winter season. What do you want your life to be about in 6 months, in a year, and when you're laying on your deathbed? And I hate to say the word death, but guys, we're going to die. And if you are not thinking about how you want to feel at the end of this journey of life, then you need to stop and think about it. You need to stop and think about what it is that you wanted to do while you were here. It's not all going to go your way. You're not going to get all the dreams and wishes and hopes and prayers. They're not all going to go your way. But you need to have a plan. You need to have a thought. You need to have a direction. You need to be mindful of where you're taking this thing. So I really want to challenge you to slow down, to stop. My husband the other day said to me, I was telling him that I'm just working through some stuff with work. Because I've got such an incredible team of girls that I'm trying to figure out where my place is and what I want to invest my energy in and what is going to be the best for the company. And he said to me the other day, so I'm like, I just don't know what to do. Like, there's this I could do, and then there's this, and then I do some of this. And he's like, have you just stopped and thought about it? And I was like, well, like, I think about it like when I walk the dog and then when I listen to podcasts. And he's like, no. Have you stopped? And have you thought about it? And I am so guilty of not stopping. And I will listen to the podcast, I'm listening to the book, I'm going to read the book, I'm going to do the journal, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then in the middle, I'm like, I don't know why I'm confused. I don't know, it's so weird. It's because I'm not slowing down enough to listen. So challenge to me, challenge to you, slow down. Take 15 minutes and sit with a journal and let it just flow out of you. Flow out, write down everything that comes up when you think about who do I want to be when this life is over, when it's all said and done. What do I want it to have been about? What do I want my kids and my grandkids and my great-grandkids to think and to know about me? What is my story? Because you guys, we get to write our stories. And I think we are all guilty of letting everyone else write it for us. And we're not being mindful of how we spend our time. We're not being mindful of how we're going through life. We're simply going through the steps. So, challenge extended to take 15 minutes and to think about what you want your story to be. And then once you know what you want your story to be, what are you going to say yes to get you to that story? So if your story is about having a tribe of people to love on your babies, that is my story, then what are the things that you're going to say yes to make that happen? Because I can tell you, as I tell myself, I cannot have a tribe of people around my kids if I'm constantly at home. Being home's comfortable. I like being home. I am a homebody. But that is not the life that I want to lead. So, there it is. Monday Mamas, back in action. Hope it's a great Monday. I'm going to get my butt home now. It's after 3. There's football on tonight. That is a part of our season of life in the fall, winter. I love it. So, I'm heading home. Dinner, lunches, football. It's good. It is good. So, be blessed. God bless you. I hope you guys get some sunshine wherever you are and can be outside and just soak it all in. Find that journal, find that pen. Let it flow out of you. What is your story? Where are you going? Write it down and then say yes to the things that will get you there. Love you. See you next week.